What's up, YouTube? Stuff Red Duel is back at it again. We got Jared here with another deck profile. What do we got going on?
You know, Dark Series came out, so we're here. The most highly requested deck profile of them all, a Vampire. So last time it was all gonna be Vampire, whole deck profile. Vampire deck profile. New support, pretty good. Go second deck. Maybe one local or two. Maybe take original, go X3 round 4.
X3, 1.
X3, 1 round 4. Let's get right in profile. We'll move along, next question.
Alrighty.
So we got 3 copies of Vampire Scarlet Scourge. So, like half of all the vampire cards just special summon when they're summoned. So Scarlet Scourge, when he's normally special summoned, you can pay 1,000 life points, target a vampire in your grave, except Scarlet Scourge. Special summon it, but it can't attack that turn. And then the new ones have the effect that at the end of the battle phase, monsters that they destroy by battle can be special summoned to your field from there, from your opponent's graveyard.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah, so most of the new ones are all YuGiOh. So he's one of the new level 6s. He's pretty good. Vampire Red Baron, the same YuGiOh effect, and then you can pay 1,000 life points to target a monster you control and one your opponent controls, and swap control of them. One other vampire, sorry. So he's, creature swap, a controlled creature swap for 1,000 life points, no problem,
Just 1,000.
Just 1,000, you're gaining it back. One Vampire Grace, she's in grave and a level 5 or higher vampire special summoned. You can special summon her from your grave by paying 2,000 life points. And then she has a mill effect too, but the mill effect vampires were terrible, so we don't talk about those anymore. One copy of Shadow Vampire if you have to go first. If you can get him searched out and get his normal summon off, you can start the lead to making a board. When he's normal summoned, right? Just normal summoned? Yeah, when he's normal summoned, you special summon a Dark Vampire monster from your deck. Just plain and simple. Other monsters can't attack except for that monster. So he's pretty much solely there for going first. 2 copies of Duke. Duke's an extender, kind of like Scarlet Scourge, but his is only when he's normal summoned. So if anything, you could take him down to 1, replace him with something else. He also has a mill effect. Does not matter. Oh god. When he's special summoned, you can make them mill. That's his special summon effect.
Sounds so good.
Yeah. Let me let you send cards to your grave. On to 3 copies of Vampire for a line. So she's Baby Gores and Psychic Commander in 1 card. So when your opponent's monster declares an attack, you can special summon her from your hand in defense. You can only summon her once per turn that way. And then if a zombie monster you control battles an opponent's monsters, you can pay life points anywhere between 100. You pay life points in multiples of 100 up to 3,000. And your battling monster gains that much attack and defense. So, and then the same YuGiOh effect. So she's really good. No attack though. 1 copy of Vampire Sorcerer as a combo extender. Discard him. You're never gonna get his add effect. I don't know why they had to make it opponent's card that lets you add. But if he's in grave, banish him, you normal summon without tributing.
That's pretty good.
And to round off the vampires, for some reason there's a Unizombie in the middle of these guys. We got 2 copies of Vampire's Retainer and 2 copies of Vampire's Familiar. So each of them can, when they're special summoned, they search a particular type of vampire card. Retainer searches spells and traps. Familiar searches monsters. And each of them, when they're in grave, you can send a vampire from your hand or field to grave to special summon them from grave, but then banish them when they leave the field. So they're your primary search power of the deck. You want to dump them as soon as you can. At least one of them, just to get you started. This deck plays like 12 copies of Foolish, so it's all good. Not to just regular generic zombie engine stuff. We got a Gozuki, triple Mezuki, triple Lone Fire Blossom, and double Unizombie. Still no hollow. Shaking my head. So I'm sure you guys know these 3 by now. Y'all might not know Gozuki. He's Foolish. Just once per turn, just straight send a zombie from deck to grave. And if he's sent to your grave, You can banish another zombie to special summon a zombie from your hand.
Pretty good. He's good in Duel Links.
Yeah, he's a very good card. Gozuki is a very, very powerful card. Really, really good. That's it for monsters. I think it's a very high monster count. It was like 26 or something. Onto the spells. Play 3 copies of Allure for consistency. Draw 2, banish the dark. Everything but Mezuki, Gozuki, and Solitaire are dark. So 1 foolish to help you get started. Come back to 3 sometime soon, please. 1 monster reborn, combo extender. Then we got a new card here, Triple Vampire's Desire. So there's 2 effects. You can either target a face-up monster you control, send a vampire from your deck to grave with a different level than that monster, and then that monster's level becomes the same as that set monster. Or you can target a vampire in your grave, send a monster you control to the graveyard, and special summon that vampire. And you only use 1 effect per turn. So it's your 3 other copies of Foolish, pretty much. Sucks that you have to have a monster on board to do it, but that's whatever. And then here is 3 copies of Vampire's Domain for the last 3 spells. This is basically a Brilliant Fusion engine-ish type thing. You can pay 500 life points to normal summon a vampire monster. And then if a vampire monster inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you gain that much life points back. So all of the new ones are about paying life points and taking opponents' monsters and being, you know, crazy little vampire guys. So it just helps you build your livestock back up. Like I've seen some combos where they go down to like 200, and then just like thanks to that, they can get right back up to like 5-6k in 1 turn. So on the traps, very low trap lineup. Play 1 copy of Awakening. It just straight special summons a vampire from the deck, but destroys it during the end phase. That's all it is to it. It's just something, you know, you might need out there. It could be taken out too, probably for another combo extender. But it helps. Yeah, me too. So 3 copies of Vampire Domination run out the deck. This negates anything, pretty much as long as you control a vampire monster, and then if you can negate a monster effect using this, you gain life points to go to that monster's attack.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. That rounds out the main deck, 40 cards. We're gonna move on to extra deck now. I know you already see the zombie boss monster here. So we got 2 copies of Cypher Immortal Mega.
Best card.
Yeah, just Luke. That's what he does. He's very strong. 2 copies of Dompier, Vampire Sheridan. So he's especially why this deck is a very strong going second deck. So if you use a monster that your opponent owns as a material, it's automatically treated as level 6. So you can just go straight into him with another level 6 you control. You can detach a material to send a monster your opponent controls to grave. And if a monster your opponent controls is sent to grave, you can detach another material to special summon it to your field. So you just like straight yeet takes your opponent's monsters. Really, really good. 1 copy of Dragulus. So this card's garbage now, but he's okay on occasion. So
he's a part-time guy.
Yeah, quick effect, detach a material to target a face-up monster on the field. Special summon from the extra deck, flip it face down. If it in your owner's control is sent to the graveyard or banished by your opponent's card effect, you can special summon this card in face down defense position. And if this card is flipped face up, you send 1 card on the field to the graveyard. So he has his uses. He's just not as relevant now as he would have been. Just because, you know, Link monsters can't go face down. 2 rank 5s to play 1 copy of Bram. Truth be told, no clue what this card does. Detach a material, then target 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it to your field, but only that monster can attack. And then, once per turn during your standby phase of the next turn if this card was destroyed, you special summon it.
Alright.
Yeah, he's alright. Just 1 of. It's whatever. And Vocasaurus.
Obvious reasons.
Pop, pop, pop. And onto the Link lineup. For Link 3s, we just play 1 Summon Sorceress. I know she's not technically legal yet, or she might be when this video goes up, I don't know. We'll figure it out. it's whatever. But special summon a monster from your deck at the same type as a monster you control, just its effects negated. A monster she points to. Very, very strong. Nightmare Phoenix and Nightmare Cerberus, just for options to pop stuff, you know, get more stuff in grave. 2 copies of Vampire Sucker. It's Vampire Sucker. If you attribute a monster for a tribute summon, you contribute a zombie type monster your opponent controls, even though you do not control it. Is that what that really says? Even though you do not control them. Well, you don't really need to print that. And then as 2 other effects, you can target a monster in your opponent's graveyard and special summon it to their field, but it becomes a zombie. And then if a zombie monster is special summoned from the graveyard, you draw 1 card.
Yeah.
And all effects are once per turn. Vampire Sucker, secret rare for some ungodly reason. Play 1 copy of Underclock, take it for an option. You know, getting attack, pretty strong stuff. 1 mermaid so you don't get locked out by Ibli.
Sure.
It's pretty strong, pretty good. It's gonna be a pretty good staple extra deck card going in. And the last card to play is 1 Glean Karibo, because Familiar just so decided to be a very nice level 1. And even if you can even just send this off of Desire to make something else level 1, and just link it away. Like if you have a Sorcerer in Desire, you can send this off of that, and then link away your Sorcerer, banish the Sorcerer, get another normal summon. You know, you do plays, you do combos. This is a combo deck. Vampire, make big board, take opponent monster. That's all deck. 15 card extra deck. You know how we do. We're done here.
What do we got coming down the pipeline, Jared?
Furry Bait.
True, he's decided to want to play for hire.
Seems interesting.
Shout out to that beat spike
Yeah, me too.
and the spell.
fucking hell.
And then what else do you have that's coming out?
Apparently the most inconsistent deck in the world.
True.
Yeah, here's the bottom card, dude. You know, that's pretty
Draw
good.
unlocks pretty good.
It's a pretty good card.
I'll see if I can pull out one of the cards. Nope, that's not one of them.
Dude, it's so intense.
That's one. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So we just gotta test play that a little more, you know,
Yeah.
then record that. With that being said, guys, please like, share, comment, you know. We just want to hear feedback.
We're just a couple of Slifer Red duelists, remember?
Alright, Slifer Duelist signing out.
Peace.